Hello, my name's Richard Elfyn, and I'm narrating the books, the Inspector Drake novels written by Stephen Pilston. And today we're recording in Hoot Studios in Cardiff on a very hot summer's day. But I've been reading through some of the questions that you've sent regarding the novels, and I've highlighted a few questions that would be interesting, and one by Richard Davis, who asks, where do you start? Do you read the whole book first, or go one chapter at a time? Well, I do start, because I use an iPad to go through the script. As I go along, as I go through the script, I can mark it as I go along. So in a way, although I'm reading the book from start to finish, it's I go forward, then I go back. It's almost like a lawnmower, going backwards, then going forwards, then backwards, and then forwards again, going back over who's talking. Because when you come to recording, sometimes the name of the person who's talking is at the end of the sentence. And unless you know who it is before you start, then you don't know which character it is. So I've marked Drake in blue, because I'm slightly colourblind as well. So I've marked Drake in blue. I see blue very well. And then Lee then is in yellow, and Drake again then in blue. So then I know who they are before I come to them. And that helps an awful lot to quicken the process, because it's a lot to go through. 350 pages can take a long time to read. So that's that question. So basically, yes, I do read it from start to finish, but it's a slow process, and I do it in stages. It's the same as reading, really. We have lots of sessions to complete a book. It takes a few sessions to get through it all. The next question is by Alison, and she says, my question, Richard, is how many times do you need to read each book before you know the characters really well? Well, I still have difficulty. What we do is we record the voices as we come to them, or we decide how they're going to be, which accents we're going to use. And Stephen's very good at letting me know what accent he wants from a specific character, or what type of accent he wants. So then we record them as we come to them. So if that character comes up again in the in a separate chapter, then we can always refer to that, and so that we keep the voices as close as possible to how they were at the beginning. So then the next question is by Sarah Levine. Do you prefer to read from a written text that you've marked up, or do you read from a tablet or e-reader? Well, I think I've answered that one already. It's the e-reader or a tablet that I love to use. In fact, I use it for most things, even television programs that I work on. I tend to use this, and radio plays I find it very good for, because there's no page turning. Normally with a radio play, you have to turn the page, which can make a lot of noise. But with this, there's no noise whatsoever, which helps here as well. And the next question I have is from J. Miller. Do you have a recording studio in your home? Do you own your own audio cleanup and stuff like that? But I don't. I don't have a recording studio in my home, and I could have, and I have sort of asked about it with different friends who work in the industry, and I've decided not to, because I basically don't want to spend all my life in the house. I do know friends who do this and have studios in their houses, and some of them are afraid to leave because they're afraid to miss that email, and they might miss a job or lose a job. So I do prefer to go out and work in different studios and meet people that way. So in a way, that's a more fun question, and that's probably my favourite. So that's J. Miller, I beg your pardon, is probably my favourite question. Thank you very much. It was nice to hear that you enjoy the books, and I hope you enjoy this series that we've just recorded. Thank you.